Hello students, good morning everybody. Today let us discuss the 11th lesson If I Were You, and it's written by Douglas James. In fact, it's not a lesson, it's a play. The conversation or a dialogue between two persons. Before I commence this lesson, I would like to brief you the important points of this lesson to make you understand it better. Okay, if I were you, uh, there are only two characters here. First character is Gerard. And who is Gerard? He is a playwright. That means he writes plays, dramas, novels, etc. A playwright is a person who writes plays enacted by people on the stage. And the second character is an unknown person, intruder. His name is not known. What does intruder mean? A person who enters a place without being invited. That means, especially to a building with a criminal motive or intention to steal something or to harm the people in somehow or other. Okay. So here, Gerard was a playwright. I told you who is called a playwright, a person who writes plays. He had to leave his house to deliver pops for a rehearsal. Pops means nothing but the material such as mustache, wigs, and other decorative materials used to change the appearance of the actors on the stage. And he had to leave his house to deliver pops or the decorative materials for a rehearsal for a play. Just then, when he was about to go leave house, an intruder means an unknown person, a stranger, entered his home. He was carrying a gun. He wanted to kill Gerard and live on his identity. That means he wanted to live in place of him because Gerard and the intruder both are similar. They look alike. They have great identity. So that man wanted to take this advantage. He wanted to kill Gerard and live on his identity. The intruder had committed a murder and was wanted by the police. He killed a cop, that means a constable or a policeman, and the police are chasing him. So, in order to escape, he entered Gerard's house. So, he thought of stealing Gerard's identity, means act like Gerard. If he kills Gerard, he would continue with his identity so that he could live peacefully. Nobody could recognize him. Nobody would suspect him. He wanted to know details about Gerard before killing him so that he could imitate him well. But he must know his hobbies, his activities, and his mannerism, everything. So he wanted to know the details of Gerard before he killed him, so that he could imitate him well. He could act or pretend like him very well. Gerard said that he was a crook. Crook means a mischievous person. Okay, a cruel person who cannot be believed. He was a crook too, and that if the intruder stole his identity, even then he would be chased by the police. He had killed someone, and the police had witness against him. He further added that he was carrying false mustaches. Mustache means the hair that usually grows on the upper lip of the men. Mustache. And the other pops, that means the artificial materials such as wig, mustaches, hats, earlocks, etc., that the people usually wear on stage to enact a drama or a play, so that he could disguise himself, means act like himself, act like Gerard, and hide from the police. He sensed that the police could raid his house that night. He sensed means anticipated, expected that police would chase him or police would come in search of him that night. He had positioned an accomplice on the road to warn him of danger. Means he arranged a person to inform about the arrival of the police so that he could escape. Gerard fooled the intruder to believe him by saying that if the intruder felt that Gerard was lying, he could kill him. As the phone rang, meanwhile, the phone rang, the telephone rang there. Gerard said that I was time to leave. It was time to leave and go out. When the intruder did not believe Gerard, he suspected him. He asked him to peep out through the door. Means have a secret look through the hole. Door of the garage and sees the police for himself. See, the police is about to arrive. The police are shortly coming. If you don't believe, you can just look into the look through the hole. Peep means to look into the, to look out through a hole secretly, so that you can understand whether the police are coming or not. Okay, so he asked him to peep out through the door. Who asked? Gerard. Whom did he ask? The intruder, because he wanted to cheat him. To peep out through the door of the garage and see the police for himself. In fact, the door was that of a cupboard. Actually, it's not the door. It's the door of the cupboard. As the intruder bent forward, the intruder did not know that it was a cupboard door. So, as the intruder bent forward, Gerard pushed him inside the cupboard and locked it. The intruder thought it's really the door through which people could go out. But in fact, that was the door of the cupboard, and Gerard pushed the intruder inside the cupboard and locked him inside it. Then he called the sergeant. Sergeant means the police or constable, as he would hand over the intruder to the police. In such a way, Gerard intelligently, cleverly escaped from the intruder. Okay. Now let's look at the lesson. Let's discuss. See, you can see this picture that the intruder is pointing the gun towards Gerard and warning him that he would kill him. That means he is threatening him. Okay, let us see whether the intruder succeeds in his attempt. Whether the intruder succeeds or becomes successful in killing Gerard and living in his place peacefully. That is the intention. Right. Scene. A small cottage interior. A small place to live in. Just like a cabin or hut. There is an entrance back right, which may be curtained. So the entrance was closed by a curtain. Another door to the left. There is another door. Right side one door and left side also another one. Another door to the left must be a practical door. The furniture is simple, consisting of a small table towards the left, a chair or two and a divan rather upstairs. That means nothing but a kind of furniture like cot. Rather upstairs on the right. On the table is a telephone. These are the things that appeared in Gerard's house in the small cottage. When the curtain rises, Gerard is standing by the table. As the curtain rises, as the play begins, Gerard is standing by the table making a phone call. He is of medium height. He is short-statured person. He is not tall enough. He is of medium height and wearing horn-rimmed glasses. Horn-rimmed means metal framed. Rimmed means framed glasses. He is dressed in a lawn suit and a great coat. So, a kind of coat which does not have sleeves and used to wear on outside of the shirt. His voice is cultured. His means Gerard's. Gerard's voice is cultured means well educated. That means it voice seems to be well mannered. A well educated person or well cultured means well mannered person. Gerard. Well, tell him to phone up directly. I must know. Yes, I expect I will still be here. But you mustn't count on that. You mustn't take it for granted. You mustn't believe it. In about 10 minutes time, right? Oh, goodbye. That means somebody made a call that he had to go in order to supply the props and the materials required for the play, and he answered that he would come as quickly as possible. He puts down the phone. As the phone answer completed, as he answered the phone call, he puts down the phone and goes to the divan which is there nearby on the left, where there is a traveling bag, and starts packing what he is going to pack. All the things that are required for the play, the costumes and all the materials. While she is thus engaged, occupied, other man, see another man similar in build to Gerard. How? How did he look? He resembles Gerard. He looks like him. Exactly. He is completely identical to him. And such a man entered Gerard's house. Of course, the cottage enters from the right silently. Two doors are there, right and left. So from the right side, left is used to go and come. I used to be taken by all. That means for going and coming. It's a public entrance. Whereas the right is used only occasionally. So Gerard, that man entered into Gerard's house from the right side, silently, calmly, quietly, revolver in hand. He had a revolver in his hand. He is flashily dressed in an overcoat and a soft hat, and his dress is also somewhat different. Fashionably dressed, and an overcoat, a petticoat means a petticoat means a coat, waistcoat simply hanging over the body without sleeves, and a soft hat. He had also a hat. He bumps accidentally. He breaks into the house accidentally, suddenly, abruptly, against the table. So, as he entered the house, he tripped over the table, as he did not watch it. And at the sound, Gerard did not observe his arrival. But when some strange noise was made or produced, then Gerard became attentive. Then he turns quickly towards the person. See, Gerard is making a call. Gerard, presently, why this is a surprise, Mr. Because he did not know his name, and he is known as intruder, means an unknown person. I am glad you are pleased to see me. I don't think you will be pleased for long. Put those paws up. Paws means in this context hands. Hands up. Intruder said, "Oh, you are very glad, but your happiness will not last long. Hands up." Gerard, this is all very melodramatic, not very original. Melodramatic means unnatural. It's nothing but excessive or emotions than are required for a situation. That means unnatural, not original. Perhaps, but it seems to be excessive. Gerard expected. Gerard countered. Intruder, trying to be calm, he remained silent and dare try to say something. Gerard, nonchalant. What's the meaning of nonchalant? Nonchalant is your word. Nonchalant means is nothing but not showing any anxiety or interest or enthusiasm or curiosity. Gerard did not get any anxiety and nor showed any curiosity. Even though the stranger, unknown person or intruder broke into house or came to his house and threatened by a gun or a revolver, he remained calm and silent. Nonchalant is your word, I think. Intruder, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. You will soon stop being smart. Okay? Don't pretend to be smart. Okay? You will soon come to know what's going to happen to you and that you're going to get into trouble. I will make you crawl. I'll make you fall on the ground and move on your knees. I'm going to put you in trouble. I want to know a few things. I want to get some information about you. See, Gerard, anything you like. I know all the answers. But before we begin, I should like to change my position. I'm not comfortable. I would like to relax. I would like to change my posture, sitting position. You may be comfortable, but I am not. Let me relax. Let me change my position. Gerard said to him. Intruder, with emphasis, with some kind of confirmation, strong feelings and emotions. Do you live here alone? He wanted to know whether Gerard lived there lonely or alone. Gerard, and if I don't answer, what would happen? He is reluctant to answer to his question. Intruder, you have got enough sense not to want to get hurt. Of course, if you try to answer my questions, if you stop being over smart, you will not get hurt. You will not put yourself in trouble. Gerard, I think good sense is shown more in the ability to avoid pain than in mere desire to do so. What do you think, mister? He just inquired, questioned him, that we should have some kind of common sense and good sense, and we must not lose our that means sense, and we must have the ability to be courageous despite troubles, to avoid pain than in mere desire to do so. What do you think, mister? Because he did not know his name. Intruder, never mind my name. My name is not important here. My name is not significant. I like you yours better. I like your name better. The intruder says that he liked Gerard's name better. Miss Gerard, what are your Christian names? Gerard, Vincent Charles. Intruder, do you run a car? Do you drive a car? Gerard, no, not at all. Intruder, that's a lie. I don't believe. You are not dealing with a fool. Do you think I am a fool? A stupid? No. I am a smart person. I am clever enough. I am intelligent. I am as smart as you. And smarter, of course, better than you. And I know you run a car. I inquired. I got all your details. Better be careful. Wise guy. Who is referred to be as wise guy here? Gerard. Gerard, are you American? Or is that merely a clever imitation? Are you just pretending, acting in such a way? Are you an American? Intruder, listen, this gun is no toy. Don't mistake, this is a toy gun. This is not a toy. This is a original one. I can hurt you without killing you and still get my answers. I can threaten you, I can injure you and get my answers. If you don't voluntarily give answers to my questions. Gerard, of course, if you put it like that, if you put your gun like that, if you point to your gun towards me, I'll be glad to assist you. I don't have any alternative. I'm sure enough that I will give you the information you needed, you required. I do possess a car. Yes, I had a car. And it's in the garage around the corner. It's parked in the garage around the corner nearby. Intruder. That's better. Do people often come out here? Do people often come out here? Do they wander? Do they come and meet you? Gerard. Very rarely. Surprisingly, that means very rarely means seldom. Surprisingly, few people take the trouble to visit me. Few people try to visit me. Usually call on me. Not all. There's a baker who bakes the bread and cakes, and a greengrocer who sells the vegetables and all the things, provisions, of course. And then there is the milkman. So these people might meet me in general regularly. Quite charming, and they look that milkman and all is quite pretty, attractive, but no one so interesting as yourself. But you look more interesting than those people. Gerard commented the intruder. The intruder says, I happen to know that you never see a tradespeople. That means who just come and sell the things like hawkers. Gerard, you seem to, that means in this context, tradespeople means that tricky people who try to deceive other people. You seem to have taken a considerable amount of trouble. I think you are putting yourself in trouble since you know so much about me. Already you inquired about me and you got a lot of information about me. After getting the required information, the necessary information only, you got into my house. Won't you say something about yourself? I want to know something about you. Please tell me some details about you. Give some information about you. You have been so modest. Means you look very modest means very meek and very obedient and very smart. Intruder. I could tell you plenty. Means I want to tell you a lot about me. You think you are smart, but I'm at the top of the class round here. I've got brains and I use them. Don't try to cheat me. Don't try to deceive me. I'm cleverer than you. That's how I have got where I have. So, with that kind of ability only, I'm earning my livelihood. I'm managing everything here. I'm a bit witty. Gerard, and where precisely have you got? It didn't. Precisely means perfectly, accurately. It didn't require a great brain to break into my little cottage, and anyone can easily get into my cottage, can reach me, and you don't require any special skill or talent to get into my house. You need not be an intelligent person to come to my house without my knowledge. Intruder, when you know why I have broken into your little cottage, you will be surprised, and it won't be a pleasant surprise. If you come to know why I have been here, why I had come to your house, you'll be astonished. You'll be wondered. It's really a pleasant surprise to know my being here. Gerard, with you figuring so largely in it, that's understandable. Okay, I can understand the motive, the purpose why you have been here. It's clear, it's apparent. By the way, what particular line of crime do you embrace? What kind of crimes do you usually commit? I know that you are a criminal, but what kind of crimes you usually commit? Or aren't you a specialist, a professional, or some killer, criminal, intruder? My specialty jewel robbery. So I'm a specialist in robbing jewelry made of gold. Your car will do. Your car will do me a treat. And of course, your car will be a good fetching or good advantage for me to escape from here and to do my crime. It's certainly a dandy bus. It's certainly a dandy bus. What's the meaning of the word dandy? Stylish, fashionable. Dandy means stylish or fashionable. Okay. Gerard, I am afraid jewels are few and far between in the wilds of Essex. So he says that Gerard says that he was very much frightened that jewels or ornaments made of gold are few and far between in the wilds and Essex, means not worthy of money. There. Intruder. So are the cops. Cops means the policemen or the constables. I can retire here nicely for a little while. So I have enough money. So I need not commit any crime hereafter. I can just live with what I had. Gerard, you mean to live with me? A trifle means unimportant, insignificant. A trifle sudden, isn't it? You have not been invited. I have not invited you. But how could you come here and live with me without my permission? Intruder, you won't be here long. You won't be here long, so I didn't trouble to ask. So, I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to kill you. So, I didn't trouble to ask you for any information. Gerard, what do you mean? He is not clear of what he said. He could not understand what the intruder meant. Intruder, this is your big surprise. So I'm going to give you a big surprise, sudden surprise. I'm going to kill you. Gerard, a little harsh, is it? A little harsh means unexpectedly, suddenly, there is some fluctuation in his voice. He asked, isn't it? Intruder, with heavy sarcasm means irony, humor. That means just opposite to what you say. Sarcasm means you sometimes you may praise or compliment people though they don't deserve that. Means said something in a funny way to impress people. Yeah, I will be sorry to do it. What to do? To kill you. I have taken a fancy to you. But it's just got to be done. That means I like you very much and I decided to act like you. I decided to take your identity. I am very crazy, but it just got to be done. It must be done. Otherwise, I cannot live peacefully. I must change my identity like yours because we both resemble each other. Gerard, why add murder to your other crimes? You have committed many crimes. Why this murder again? It's a grave step you are taking. Grave means serious. Stand step you are taking. You are unnecessarily getting into trouble. Gerard warned the intruder. Intruder, I am not taking it for fun. It's no entertainment for me. I have been haunted long enough. Already, I have committed a lot of crimes, and the police are in search of me. At any time, they might catch me. I am wanted for murder already, and they can't hang me twice. If I am caught by the police, however, for the crime, they will hang me. They cannot hang me more than once, 2 times. Even I commit number of crimes, I will be hanged once only. Next, Gerard, you are planning a gracious double. Gracious means what here? Nothing but gracious double means done without any reason or purpose. Gracious means done without any reason or purpose, not done intentionally. Gratuitous double, so to speak, admitted you have nothing to lose. Already you committed a lot of crime and however you are being chased by the police, and you will be punished for your crimes. But what have you to gain? What's the gain or the profit that you are going to get by killing me, intruder? I have got freedom to gain. I will get freedom because if I kill you, we both look alike. Then, if I kill you, I may live like you. I may continue as Gerard. People may not suspect me. I live with your identity. That's my purpose. Then I can live peacefully. As for myself, I am a poor hunted rat. Poor hunted rat means who is being chased by the police. He is moving from one place to another place in order to escape from the police. As Vincent Charles Gerard, Gerard's full name, as a disclosure, I am free to go places and do nothing. It means he is wandering from one place to another place. Intruder. I can eat well and sleep, and without having to be ready to beat it at the sight of cop. Okay, you can understand his position is being a criminal. Police are chasing, and he goes from one place to another place, and he eats and sleeps wherever he liked, and he doesn't have any peace of mind. Gerard. In most melodramas, the villain is foolish. That means the villain will give you a lot of opportunities and chances to the hero or the other persons. He would not kill them immediately. So he said that Gerard says, in most melodramas the villain is foolish. Foolish enough to delay, is killing long enough to be frustrated. You are much luckier. Okay. Intruder. I'm okay. I've got a reason for everything. I'm going to be Vincent Charles Gerard. Intruder says, I'm going to kill you and I'm going to live with your identity. I'm going to live like Vincent Charles Gerard. See, I've got to know what he talks like. Now I know. That post stuff comes. That post stuff comes. What's the meaning of this word post? Rich or showy. Rich or showy. Decorative. The post stuff comes easy. This is Mr. Vincent Charles Gerard speaking. Pantomime of phoning. What's the meaning of this pantomime of phoning? Pantomime means to mime or copy somebody, to act, to speak as if somebody, just like mimicry or miming. To post stuff comes easy. This is Mr. VC, that means Vincent Charles Gerard speaking. Pantomime of phoning an imitation cultured voice. That means the intruder spoke as if he is Gerard, and he imitated his voice and everything, his mannerism, everything. He acted and showed. And that's not all. Of course, I could act like you. I observed you for a long time. I know your mannerism, your attitude, and everything, your body language. He stands up. The intruder stands up. Get up a minute. Gerard stands. And he asked Gerard also to stand. Now take a look at me. Now just look at me. How do I look? Gerard, you are not particularly decorative. Intruder. Means you are not particularly fashionable. No. Well, that goes for you too. You too appear to be like mine. I have only got to wear specs, and I will be enough like you to get away with. If I just wear specs or spectacles, I would look like you. There will not be any variation between us. Both will look alike. Gerard, what about your clothes? They will let you down if you are not careful. But people can easily identify you by clothes. Intruder, that will be all right. Yours will fit me fine. So of course, after killing you, I can wear your dress, your garments, your outfits, and I'm sure that they will fit me perfectly. Gerard, that's extremely interesting. But you seem to miss the point of my remark. I said you were luckier than most melodramatic villains. It was not a tribute to your intelligence. Tribute means some great respect or nothing but a kind of thanksgiving, showing gratitude, respect or admiration for someone or something. That means it was not a tribute or great veneration or respect to your intelligence. You won't kill me for a very good reason. I know that you are not a fool to kill me. You won't do it. Of course, you say like that. Intruder. So that's what you think. Don't think like that. Don't take it granted that I would not kill you. Gerard, you will let me go. And thank God you didn't shoot sooner. I'm sure that you will spare me. Intruder, come on. What's on your mind? What do you think of me? What's your plan? What's in your mind? Better be quick. Speak up. This conversation bores me. I'm feeling a lot of boredom. Gerard, your idea is to elude the police. Elude means to escape. Escape. To elude the police by killing me and checking on my identity. I know that you want to kill me and you want to take my identity, live like Gerard, so that you will not be suspected and arrested by the police. Intruder. Yes, I like the idea. You got it. Gerard. But you are sure it's going to help you. Intruder. Now listen here. I have got this all planned. It's perfectly planned. And I did a job in town. I got an employment. I worked in some position in town. Things went wrong. But unfortunately, something happened. And I killed a cop. And during that, I killed a constable, a policeman. Since then, I have done nothing but dodge. Since then, I have done nothing. So, I have been chased by the police and I lost my peace of mind. Okay, a dodge means to avoid someone, here the police. So, the police have been chasing me and I am trying to escape and moving from one place to another place. Gerard, and this is where dodging had brought you. Of course, because of that only, you have come here, and the motive to kill me and act like me, live like me. Intruder, it brought me to Aylesbury. That's the place where he lives. That means Gerard lives. That's where I saw you in the car. Once I happened to see you while driving in the car, then I decided that I wanted to kill you and take your identity and live peacefully because you look like me. Both of us resemble each other. Two other people saw you and started to talk. Then I listened the way of talking, how you would converse, how you would talk to people. Then I observed everything. It looks like you are a bit queer, means strange, peculiar, kind of a mystery man, means somewhat typical, not easily understood by others. Gerard, a mystery which I propose to explain. Yes, really, I am mysterious. I would like to explain you the mystery about me. Intruder, disregarding him, not listen to, not giving importance to what he says. You phone your orders and something you go away suddenly and come back just the same. Those are just the things I want to do. Hearing about you was one of my luckiest breaks. Okay? And if you just do what you want and you order everything that you require now and you don't have much time. Hearing about you, just hearing or listening to what you say is my luckiest break. So what is left to me now? What I think is doing good enough. Gerard, apparently means very clearly. Obviously, you haven't the intelligence to ask why I am invested in this cloak of mystery. Why I am invested in this cloak of mystery. Invested in means, what's the meaning of the phrase invested in? Taken up, adopted. Invested in this cloak of mystery. Actually, cloak means nothing but a kind of cape or robe, a type of coat that is worn by people without sleeves and that hanging loosely. And so here in this cloak of mystery means I just changed my get up and I am just being this kind of playwriter. Intruder, preparing to shoot. He decided to shoot Gerard. As I said before, this conversation bores me. Don't continue. I feel bored, annoyed. Gerard, don't be a fool. If you shoot, you'll be hanged for sure. If you shoot me, you also will be killed. You may be caught by the police and you may be hanged by them. If not as yourself, then as Vincent Charles. If people, police think you, mistake you, that you are the intruder, then police may catch you, arrest you, and hang you as Charles Gerard. Okay, one of us must be Gerard and other must be intruder. Okay, so however, both of us are in trouble. Intruder, what is this? Gerard, this is your big surprise. I said you wouldn't kill me, and I was right. I'm sure that you wouldn't kill me. Why do you think I am here today and gone tomorrow? Never see tradespeople. You say my habits. Would it would suit you? You are a crook. Means a person who is not believable. Means a cheater. Not a credulous person. Do you think I am a Sunday school teacher? Sunday school teacher, this phrase is being used. Actually, Sunday school teacher means a teacher who goes to church on Sunday and teaches, but here in this context is being used as a honest person. Sunday school teacher means an honest person. Do you think I am a Sunday school teacher? Do you think I'm an honest person? The game's up. As far as I am concerned, things went wrong with me. I said it with bullets and got away. Unfortunately, they got one of my men and found things the fool should have burnt. Tonight I am expecting trouble. My bag is packed ready to clear off. There it is. He says that he also committed a crime. So unknowingly he also shot a person. He killed a person, and the police have been searching for him also, and he is now packing his bag and baggage to escape from the police. He said that tonight I am expecting a trouble from the police. My bag's packed, ready to clear off. So before your arrival, I am packing my things. I am about to escape. There it is. I am also a criminal. Police are searching for me also, like you. He waved a story. Of course, it's not true, but it's believable. Intruder. It's a bag, all right, and this is a gun, all right. What's all this? Okay, it's a bag and it's a gun. Then reminding, what's all this? You waved a story that you also killed a person and you are being a criminal. And Gerard says that a disguise outfit. That disguise means to change one's appearance in order to cheat people, to appear like somebody else. That's a disguise outfit. Means a kind of costume or dress. False mustaches and what not. I have everything with me. Wig, coat, mustaches, everything. I can change my getup and disguise like somebody else to conceal my identity. Now, do you believe me? Intruder. Musingly, means silently, confusingly. I don't know. Gerard, for God's sake, clear that model head. What's the meaning of this model head here? Confuse your mind. Confuse your mind. Model head of yours, and let's go. Let's go. Police might come at any time. Let's escape from here. Come with me in the car. We shall go in the car before the police arrive here. I can use you if you find it's a frame. Frame means here a false, a kind of trick. You have got me in the car. If what I say is not true, if I try to cheat you, Gerard says to intruder, if I try to cheat you and you have got me in the car, I will be with you in the car, and you have still got your gun. You can kill me at any time. Okay? Intruder. Maybe you are right. Okay? I believe in you. Gerard. Then don't waste time. Goes and picks up hat and bag. Gerard, while saying that not to waste time, to intruder, goes and picks up the hat and bag and about to escape. Intruder. Careful, boss, I'm watching you. Be careful, I'm watching you. Okay? You cannot escape. Gerard, I've got a man posted on the main road. You know that I know that police are searching for me. So in order to inform me, I just arranged a person outside my house to tell me, to inform me about the arrival of the police. If police arrive, that person would inform me. He will ring me up. If he sees the police, he will call me and inform me. But I don't want to leave. Telephone bell rings. So, when he says that, all the story to the intruder, then automatically the telephone bell started ringing. Come on, they are after us. Yes, a call came. That means that the person whom I appointed outside to give information about the arrival of the police must have called me. So, the police are very close to us. They are after us. They are about to catch us. They are about to attack us. Through here straight to the garage. We cannot go to the main entrance. So let's go through this back door. That means to the garage. Intruder, how do I know that you are telling the truth? How can I believe you? He suspected him. Gerard, oh, don't be a fool. Look for yourself. Gerard opens the door and steps away. Intruder leans forward to inspect it with his side towards Gerard, but with the revolver ready. As he turns his head, Gerard gives him a push into the cupboard, knocking the revolver out of his hand. He slams the door and locks it, picks up the revolver and goes to the phone where he stands with the gun pointed at the cupboard door. In fact, actually, the door is not the door of the door that leads to the garage. That is the door of a cupboard. Gerard manipulated or misled the intruder, saying that is the door to escape, the back door, and he just opened it. And unknowingly, that intruder tried to peep or look into the hole of that cupboard door for the arrival of the police, whether the police are coming or not. And meanwhile, Gerard pushed him into the cupboard and just closed it and locked him inside. What happened? He pushed the intruder into the cupboard, knocking the revolver out of his hand, took it into his hand. He slams the door. He just shuts the door, bangs the door and locks it. Picks up the revolver and goes to the phone where he stands with the gun pointed at the cupboard door. He see how smart he is, how intelligent he is. He misled the intruder and he locked him in the cupboard. See, that is the cupboard. Now, the intruder is opening the door of the cupboard, mistaking that is the door of the backyard through which they could escape into the garage. Look, Gerard intelligently, wisely locked the intruder into the cupboard. Being locked. Intruder rattles door and shouts. He just taps the door, shouting, open the door, let me out of here, let me come out of here, I want to escape. Gerard, hello, yes, speaking. He made a call to the police. Gerard made a call to the police. Hello, yes, speaking. Sorry, I can't let you have the props in time for rehearsal. Actually, previously a phone call came, which Gerard explained that that was a call received from the police informer, and now that's actually a call that he received from his customers to supply the props. And now he said that he could not provide the props to the rehearsal, and he had a spot of bother. What's the meaning of the spot of bother here? Nothing but something that causes inconvenience or trouble. And he said that he is in a great trouble. He is in pickle. And quite amusing. I think I will put it in my next play. Okay, I will provide you that in my next play. I will arrange everything by the time. Listen, can you tell our friend the sergeant to come up here at once? Please inform the police to come here, to come to my house. Gerard requested the person whom he spoke to. You will probably find him in the public bar. Immediately call him that there is a criminal here in my house. So he would arrive and catch the intruder. So that's the story. The climax is very interesting. Hope you enjoyed this. Now Gerard is making a call. It's nothing but a playwright. See, these are the props. These are props. The artificial decorative instruments or items such as mustache, specs, hats, wigs, whiskers, etc. What's the title of the story? I mean this play, If I Were You. Who is the writer? Douglas James. Okay, what you have to do? Study this chapter today itself. Don't postpone things. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.